There's finally some good news coming out of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, it's no secret that Jeff Shi and Vitor Pereira have killed the club this season, and Wolves have been generally run very poorly from the hands of Jeff Shi for numerous years now, years upon years. But since Nathan Shi's come in, there's been a lot of positive changes. I think with regards to fan interaction and fan opinion and fan influence, I think that's been the biggest sign so far under Nathan Shi of improvement. I think, yes, it was a bit of an easy win. It felt like a little bit of a tap-in for Wolves to essentially take what the fans say on board, and every club should. It shouldn't be something that necessarily has to be celebrated. But I do believe that currently, especially in the way that Wolves are in terms of their league position and almost looming against the Championship, I think it makes complete sense for the club to start listening to the fans more and for Nathan Shi to get his act together and ultimately try and repair the mess that Jeff Shi and Vitor Pereira have left the club in this season. Now, you may be wondering what this news is. Well, the news is regarding season ticket prices. Now, we're going to get quickly into those and speak about them in this video. And also, if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'd very much appreciate it. We are trying to reach 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. 1,700 way. Yes, a very, very big ask, but I'm sure we can do it. Let's get back into it. Now, as you can see, Wolves have confirmed that age band changes ahead of the 2026-27 ticket launch. Now, you may be wondering, what have they actually changed? Well, if we just scroll further down, we'll have a look for you now. So, Wolves confirmed a series of age band changes ahead of the 2026-27 season ticket launch, making it more accessible for younger supporters and families, which Wolves have needed to do for many years now. I mean, I've got a friend that pays over £800 for his season ticket. Now, yes, he is in the Steve Ball, so you might argue that it's a bit more there, but ultimately, it's an absolute disgrace that he pays £800 as a 23-year-old lad. I think it's an absolute joke. Not many 23-year-olds can afford it, especially ones that, you know, come from more working class backgrounds and stuff like that. I think, especially me, I know if I was to try and buy a season ticket for Wolves, I wouldn't be able to afford it. It just wouldn't be feasible. Now, as you can see here, as part of the updated structure, under 18 season tickets will be priced at £175 across all stands, which I think that's massive. Now, across all stands is the interesting point there for me as well, not only the price. Now, the price is very reasonable. Yes, we have been priced out of football. The economy has obviously aided that as well. But I think pricing under 18 season tickets at £175, that is really reasonable, especially for those people in that bracket that can afford that, you know, that do work regularly. It's quite readily available and quite affordable for that age bracket, and also for families who wish to take all their children with them and get them into the football, because ultimately, even if you're under 18 and between under 14 and under 18, you've got no interest in football, the idea of going to the football with your family and that sort of thing is massive, and I don't think it's something that should be underestimated. And there's plenty of families around the country that go to the football as a unit. They make it like a weekly tradition, and some of them don't even like football, but ultimately that's how your sort of tradition goes, and tradition does go in this country, especially when it comes to football. Now, under 14s will pay £75 for a season ticket. I think that is absolutely brilliant. Now, we will touch on the across all stands, of course. Now, if you don't know, and I'm sure 95%, 99% probably of you who do go to the Molyneux or do go to the football in general know that no matter what stand you're in or areas of stands, you will be fluctuating in price with regards to your season ticket and also general match day tickets as well. Also, of course, it does fluctuate with regards to age, and this is what I think is really interesting. Now, as you can see here, and we were just briefly speaking about, the changes follow consultation with the Fan Advisory Board and form a part of a wider reset of the club's ticketing approach, with a focus on accessibility, long-term growth and building the next generation of supporters, with a commitment to an average reduction of at least 25% for adult season tickets confirmed last month. And obviously we did speak about that briefly on this channel, and I think that's massive as well. There are a few people who are saying that their season ticket has increased, which I do understand, and I can completely see that, you know, they're not out of the woods yet, really. Wolves are far from it in terms of being out of the woods with the fans, but I think it's a step in the right direction nonetheless, and something that Nathan Shi and all involved have got right so far. Now, as you can see here, for anyone who's looking to consider getting a season ticket this season, a new under 23 category has also replaced the previous under 21 age band, which I think is really, really interesting. Now, you've got those people, as it says there, that are leaving higher education. And that's massive, especially, I mean, I know better than most, really. When you leave university, the struggle to get a job, the struggle to have an income, it's hard. It is hard, and there are fans that are almost, again, going to be priced out at a different age. You know, you've seen football pricing out the pensioners, you've seen football pricing out people who have been going to the football for years, and this is a step in the right direction, making it able for not only older fans to get in the grounds, but also the fans that are leaving university that may have been away for a year or two, really struggling to pay their season ticket every year. And then now it's sort of made it a bit easier for them, and I think that's absolutely massive as well, personally. Just quickly, I want to break down Nathan Shee's quotes with regards to the season ticket prices, because I think it's very interesting, and I do almost feel like I've just briefly touched on that the communication between the club, the chairman and everyone involved with regards to the fan base, I think has become a lot clearer as to what we've seen in the last few weeks, especially, and the last few months since ultimately Jeff Shee was relieved of his duties, or decided to relieve himself of his duties, whether you believe that or not. But yeah, I think since Nathan Shee's come in, I think he's really upped his game. And yes, like I say, there were a lot of tap-ins, a lot of easy wins that Wolves needed to do, and this was certainly one of them, given the fact that some people are paying £300 to £400 per win. That's mental, isn't it? Some people have seen £300, £400 per win Wolves have had in the Premier League this season. It's absolutely disgusting. But as you can see here, Nathan Shee said the changes reflect the club's commitment to putting supporters at the heart of its decision making, which everyone's been asking for so long, and it's had to happen. So ultimately, yes, they've probably been backed into a corner to an extent, but ultimately they have to do it. We believe it's important that Molineux is accessible, especially for young fans and families, and we have taken this opportunity to reshape our ticketing approach with that in mind. Our discussions with the Fan Advisory Board have been an important part of this process, and it was encouraging to see strong alignment between our plans and their feedback. Young supporters are central to our future, and it is important that they feel part of Wolves from an early age and can build a lifelong connection with the club, and that is massive. There's so many, especially when I was in school, there were so many Wolves fans that even then couldn't afford it. And especially when I sort of moved to sixth form, a lot of my mates couldn't afford to go to the games because, quite frankly, it was disgusting, some of the prices they were charging, even for the first few years in the Premier League. And now, the prices are mind-boggling. And of course, Wolves are going to be in a lower division. So yes, they were going to have to ultimately lower the season ticket prices. But the fact that they have lowered it to the point they have, and also made the additional band changes, which a lot of people were moaning about, but also I think not a lot of clubs are willing to do. They're not willing to change the structure completely. And I think that takes a lot of bottle. So fair play to Nathan Shee and the team for that as well. And the final point for anyone who's watching, I know I've got a lot of you who watch these videos that are 60 and above, and in the 65 plus category, it's very interesting to see that senior supporters will also benefit, with the 65 plus category remaining in place despite changes to the national retirement age. And again, something that Wolves needed to do, something that they've done, and ultimately I think they should be applauded for it, regardless of whether you are fully on side with Fosun or fully on side with anyone at the club. I do think that there will be some of you, and the standard lot of you really, who come into these comments and just moan about Shee, whether it's Jeff or Nathan, to be honest. But ultimately, I think that is another really, really important thing that Wolves had to simply do, in my opinion. As you can see, bringing families and young supporters to Molineux is hugely important. If you want a full stadium and a strong future, you have to make it accessible for the next generation. And no-brainer. They had to do it. They really did have to do it. But like I say, they should be applauded for that. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see what the attendance is like next season in the Championship. Obviously, a lot of you will have been there when it was the League One days, when almost everyone sort of moved away from the ground, to be honest. There was not a lot. The away ends were still brilliant, and the ground did still have a lot of people in it, considering they were in League One. But ultimately, a lot of people did leave, a lot of the fair weathers, a lot of people that were just having season tickets because it's their local team, a lot of Man United fans, Liverpool fans, Villa fans. Fans of pretty much any club could get a ticket then, and ultimately some of them did carry on when they got promoted to the Championship and then promoted to the Premier League as well. I know a few people who've done that, so I'm not surprised that that's going to be the case. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens next season. I think Rob, if he is still in charge of Wolves next season, he'll have the backing of the full crowd. I think the crowd next season, I really hope it is the case. I hope that it does stay. You will get the odd, tourists that come for the likes of Huang Hee-chan and stuff like that. Maybe he won't be there next season as well. But I do think ultimately the attendance will be really interesting to see next season. I think it will be bouncing, and I think Wolves have got a great chance at going up next year. So hopefully what's happening off the pitch correlates to what's going to go on the pitch, and Wolves can have a really successful season next season, and hopefully a successful end to the season starting tomorrow night against West Ham United. There will be a preview out, or potentially a match reaction to that video, tomorrow. There will be a video out, whether it's before the game or after the game. You will be seeing me on this channel. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed the video tomorrow as well, and I'll see you all in the next one.